This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 15. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kahala Yamullah, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. That's all praises to the Heavenly Father through His only begotten Son, by their true Hebrew names. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and worthy of the double honors. Peace and blessings to you, Akim, pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last 6 of time. Kwam Yashala, Shalom, Shalom. And this lesson is going to be entitled, They shall not regard their kings nor princes. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. Lord willing, this message is edifying. This is based off an article off the Newsbreak app entitled, Sheriff Allegedly Guns Down Judge in His Chambers. Sheriff allegedly guns down judge in his chambers. And the scriptures say that, get it real quick. This is Matthew chapter 12, verse 25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And that's likened unto this city, which is likened unto America, which is likened unto a kingdom, Babylon the Great, all right? And even down to these individual houses, like you have this story, for instance, sheriff allegedly guns down judge in his chambers. Sheriff and the judge are supposed to be coinciding and on the same team and working together, so to speak. But it says, Matthew 12 and 25 again, and Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And that variance, that separation, is being felt on all levels, ultimately to break this city of confusion down. And if you read this in the NLT, it says that every kingdom divided by civil war shall not stand. The word civil goes into citizen. All right, so you have different wars between groups, and you have wars between different individuals. All right, as such, this one was because in order to gun someone down in their chambers, in their quarters, somewhere where you're supposed to have confidence, all right, where things are supposed to be kept to a certain degree of confidentiality, you have someone murdered in cold blood, allegedly, all right. Verse 26, and if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? And that's Yahushua speaking. Yahushua said he cometh to set a variance between mother, between father and son, mother and daughter, all right? Daughter-in-law against son-in-law, okay? Son-in-law against mother-in-law, and on down. Friend against friend. The Lord is setting that variance. These two men, and let's read into the article, it says, Sheriff allegedly guns down judge in his chambers. Investigators are searching for a motive after a Kentucky sheriff was arrested for allegedly gunning down a judge in his chambers, officials said. Letcher County Sheriff Sean Steins has been charged with first-degree murder for allegedly shooting and killing Kentucky District Judge Kevin Mullins at the Letcher County Courthouse Thursday afternoon yesterday, according to officials. All right, let's see if there's any more on it. It says, a 911 caller reported shots being fired inside the courthouse, and responders found Mullins, 54, with multiple gunshot wounds. Kentucky State Police said he had been shot in his chambers. Woo! And your chambers is basically those quarters where you relax, all right? You in confidence, you could have talks and different discussions, but a gun was drawn and someone was killed in cold blood, all right? A judge, a ruler of this society, all right? And a quote unquote elected official. It says Steins, 43, allegedly shot Mullins following an argument inside the courthouse, Kentucky State Police said. Officials said they had not determined if Steins used his duty weapon. It says he was taken into custody at the courthouse without incident. Steins is cooperating with the authorities conducting the investigations. Officials said it was unclear if he had an attorney. It says a motive remains under investigation. It says no one else was in the judge's chambers at the time of the shooting. It is an isolated event. All right, and it goes on going into a little bit more on it. It says Lawrence B. Van Meter, Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, said in a statement he was shocked by this act of violence, adding the court system is shaken by this news. That's right. And that was a major act of violence, but it's ultimately prophecy. All right, now let's go back to Second Edges, chapter 15, right? Let's see where I'm going to start. This is Second Edges 15 and 15. Again, I'll start at 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Woe means destruction. These different famines, pestilences, plagues, civil wars, political turmoil, variances, judgments, all these things are of the Lord. The Lord is sending these plagues, and who shall drive them away? Who shall turn the plagues of Yahweh Shem Yahushai away once they be cast out, man? All right? So these different scenarios, like you have this one in particular, this is a part of prophecy. The scriptures say that neighbor will be against neighbor. All right? If you have a judge and you have a sheriff officer and a officer of the court, they're supposed to be joined hand in hand with each other. They're supposed to be in agreement, right? It's just like you have a football team, a social club. You have people that are on the same team that make things smoother, supposedly. All right? They're supposed to. But in this instance, you have a man that was killed in cold blood. All right? Second Ezra 15 and 15, for the sword and the destruction draw at nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands, race wars. And leading up into these different race wars, scriptures tell you in Isaiah that he will set Egyptian versus Egyptian. You have down to political groups versus political groups, down all the way to on the local level, groups against groups, school boards versus schools, different little political factions and groups versus other groups, man versus man, woman versus woman. All these things are coming forth to show that the Lord is stirring these events up on the planet Earth. The Lord said he has controversy with the inhabitants. All right? This is Hosea 4 and 1. Hear the word of the Lord Yahweh, ye children of Israel. For the Lord Yahweh hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land. If you have a controversy with some, you have a disagreement. So the reason that the Lord has these different disagreements because his will is coming out, right? Because the state of the society, according to Revelation 18, the sins have reached unto the heavens. So the Lord is taking this place down and showing you things that you've never seen before, things that you've never seen what or thought would take place. Oh well, decades back it would be just an atrocity in the society if you had a judge that was killed in his chambers. But now it's like, okay, well, man, it's just the society is getting worse. No, it's according to prophecy. It's the Lord's will. These things are happening, man. This is absurd. Even the chief guy spoke on it. He said, let me see. He said in a statement he was shocked by this act of violence, adding the court system is shaken by this news. Shaken by that news, man. All right. Elected official murdered in his own quarters where he conducts business in confidentiality and where is a safe haven. We're supposed to be a safe haven, man. All right. It says Hosea 4 and 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel, for the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, no knowledge of God in the land. And that's what's ultimately here in America. There's no truth, no mercy, no knowledge of God, of Yahweh Shem Yahushai in this land, man. And the Lord is showing these different judgments to show that he's going to take this place and destroy it and show forth what the true knowledge is through Yahushua, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, man. All right. Back in Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. That's right. And the course of this man's actions, this sheriff's actions, is stood in his power. All right. He didn't regard the fact that, oh, this is a judge, this is an elected official, this is the highest ranking in the land, someone that has the power to free someone or let them go, all right, or keep them in bonds, okay, someone that has the power to give someone relief or give them uh more fines and penalties put on them, man. So he didn't regard any of that when he was taking this man's life. All right. That's why it says they shall not regard kings nor princes. All right. This is likened unto a king, a judge, or elected official. He has the power in his hands of basically life and death, man. All right. And this man did not regard it when he took his life in cold blood. Okay. But this is according to the Lord's will. This is 2nd Ezra 6:24. And if I could just say it, it says in Amos that shall evil be done in the city, and the Lord had not done it. So they were shocked by this act of violence, and the court system is shaken by this news. But you need to be shaken by the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, whom the world ignorantly calls God and Jesus Christ. 2nd Ezra 6:24, it says, at that time, and we're in those times right now, shall friends fight one against another like enemies? And this what happened to these men. They had an argument inside the courthouse, and it led to one man taking another's life. It says, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. That's right, man. Literal water and physical water, man. All right? Spiritual water, man. Salakia. Okay, there's going to be a famine of the word as well as a famine of literal water, man. All right, in this society. But it's all according to prophecy. And leading up to these things, you see uh serious, or Salakia, a series, not a series, but a series of unfortunate events. A series of unfortunate events. Thus said the Bible. These prophecies are coming to pass on the planet Earth, and they're showing forth that not man's will, all right, not woman's will, all right, not the sports entertainment will or the will of Hollywood, but the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua will be done on the planet Earth. All right, we're seeing it from great scenarios to small scenarios that the Lord is in control of all. All right, so Lord willing, this message was edifying. I'm gonna give infinite honors and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Harachak Wadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles, and the elders of Great Millstone. Until next time, call me Yashala. Shalom.